Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night with a special Sunday night market watch as we could continue to see history be in the making. Could we see silver continue to climb? I have got a poll waiting for you inside of this chat. I want to see if you think that we're going to see silver reach $40 by this Friday. If history proves itself to be right from last week, yes indeed, you were right and I was wrong. Silver reached $38. A majority of you thought that we could see $38 silver by this last Friday, and it happened. Will the rally continue? Will we see $40 silver by this Friday? Could we see it tonight? It could be very interesting with what's going on in the market right now. It is quite possible. We're going to see what happens. But first, I'm going to answer a few comments here and see what some of the folks are saying and some of the videos that I produced here. In fact, the one about where I was wrong, we've got a comment here from Mark Razor. Sound like I could write a page about all the silver experts on YouTube who are so-called experts, but your channel is the only one that I seriously watch almost every post you put up on a daily basis. Wow. Well, I appreciate that, my friend. I'm honored and humbled, and I appreciate and value your viewership and friendship and kindness. And I'm most appreciative that you take the time to watch. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Razor Ready here. Good to see you guys. Good folks with us tonight. Matthew Crustlife sent the first super chat tonight. Thank you, Matthew Crustlife. Good to see you. A lot of good folks here tonight. I suspect we'll be a bit busy. We're going to watch these markets as they open up. It takes about 2 minutes for them to propagate over on Kitco's site, so we're going to answer a few comments before that happens here. So we've got Richard Metcalf, another faithful viewer who I appreciate. He says, never be afraid to call it like you see it, Sal. You always say do your own research, but the information you provide is excellent. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Very kind of you to say. It's opinion. I like to think that it's an educated opinion, but opinion nonetheless. Very good. But there's some facts I like to bring to the table too, and that's really around the fundamentals of what silver has been throughout the history and what it continues to be, as well as gold. So thank you so much, Richard. Let's do one more, then we'll take a look at the markets here. By the way, we have a new subscriber. Juan Lopez just became a subscriber. Thank you, Juan, if you're here. I appreciate it. If you are here and you're new to the channel, I hope you will consider subscribing. I do this every Sunday, a market watch, and post daily videos and live streams multiple times. So appreciate you being here. All right, CT87. We forgive you, Sal. No one is going to get it right all the time. And those of us that have been in this game for a while know the score. Nothing to worry about. I'm a fan for life, my friend. Well, thank you. I'm honored and humbled. I appreciate that so much. As I say, it's all good. You've got a great channel, and even the scammers like to call and discuss investments with you. All right, which we greatly enjoy. Well, thank you, CT8. I appreciate that. Very cool. So he's been on the live stream. Thank you. Glad you guys are with me here tonight. I apologize if I can't say hello to each and every one of you, but hey, there's CT87. He's here right now. Thank you, CT. But no, I appreciate each one of you being here tonight as we march on through. And the markets have opened, but have they shown up here on the market? Here, look, it looks like they have. Kitco is showing gold up here, up now, fairly good clip, up $6.72 for gold right out of the starting gate to $3,363.80. Silver's up 1 cent tonight here, just getting started, but there it is, $38.46 for silver. We'll keep an eye on it, but so far it's looking good. And platinum and palladium are both down here tonight. Palladium consolidating fairly quickly, down 1.64%. But there it is. All right. So we'll keep an eye on this and see. We have another new subscriber. Thank you, Gloverhead. Thank you so much for subscribing. And Littlefoot is here. Good to see all of you guys with me here tonight. Let's see here. There it is. Silver now is up 3 cents. So we're watching these markets move here. And gold is up almost $10 right now, right out of the starting gate. Pretty amazing to see. Platinum is down 6. Palladium down 15. As I slurp this coffee. The coffee is extra delicious tonight. I'm glad you guys are here. Welcome, one and all, as we watch these markets open. This is a special report because of the big rally that we had on Friday. I have predicted that I think we're going to see consolidation soon once we get a little bit more news about what will and won't be tariffed in terms of gold and silver. So far, Trump has announced after the big reveal on April the 2nd about the tariffs that gold and silver will be exempt no matter where they came. In other words, no matter which countries they come from, they will be exempt from tariffs. However, just within the last day or two, Donald Trump has mentioned maybe new tariffs on Mexico and I think maybe Canada. But Mexico, as you know, is a very large silver producer, and we get a lot of silver from Mexico. So will that be tariffed? I don't know. There's fear that that could happen. But right now, in the midst of that, the Asian markets are reacting. And so far, right now, silver is being challenged. And we could see it start to move to the downside slightly here. It is now up only a fraction, an absolute fraction of a cent tonight, 0.01%, not even registering here. It is now sitting at $38.45. So with platinum and palladium down as industrial metals, will silver be pulled with it? I don't know. We'll see here. One thing also we need to pay attention to is the futures price. That's right. I really rarely talk about the futures price because it's the spot price that really matters the most. However, one thing is for sure, there's a larger spread and arbitrage situation with the futures price of the metals. Copper being first and foremost here, with its price trading well above $1 from where it is right now. Copper is only at $4.39, and the futures price of copper was up to well over $5.50. So silver's futures price is over $39, and here we see silver sitting here about $1 cheaper than that in the spot price. It is now back up 4 cents now tonight. So there's a little bit of push and pull there, but silver is coming out here 4 cents up to $38.48. So there it is. We'll come back and revisit those very, very soon. Let's get into more of these comments. Jim Winklebauer, I like that name. I'm able to pronounce that. Sometimes it's hard to do on the handle here. It says, I'm counting on the instability of the dollar in the world to continue to keep metals going up. I put money into the metals to retain my wealth. I'm not disappointed. There you go. Exactly. And that is another thing with the dollar index well below 100. That is putting pressure. Certainly in the markets, and the metals are reacting accordingly for sure. Glad you guys are with me here tonight as we peruse through some of these comments. I wouldn't lose any sleep. There is an old saying, and I won't print here in a nutshell. When you're wrong, they will always remember when you're right. They remember about 5 minutes. That's true. That's right, Frank Garcia. I guess you only have to be right once for it to be to get any kind of credibility in this kind of world these days. You can be wrong a lot of times, but really it's about being right when it's the most important thing for any individuals. That's why you should never take you should take my advice for a grain of salt. Do your own research before buying anything, including precious metals. But anyways, let's see here. We got Mark Poplin, 2615. Sal was at the Orlando Fun Show this Friday and bought an original sealed 1987 orange-red tube of 1987 American Silver Eagles. Wow. I didn't know they sealed them back then. I thought I got a great deal, and I'm sending them in to be graded. If I get an MS-70, I'm way ahead on cost. What do you think? Buy silver, yeah. Yeah, and that's more of a numismatic play. I think it is harder to get a 70 for those older dates, so good luck to you on that. Let's see here. You may be wrong, but you might be right. Little Billy Joel action from Bill 457. That's right. I could be wrong, could be right. Glad you guys are with me here tonight. Appreciate it. If you partake in the poll, and so far 224 of you have, hit the like button after you vote. I put that in there too, as we always get more voters than we do in the poll than we do thumbs up. So far, 68% of you believe that silver will reach $40 by this Friday. You could be right. That's less than $2 away from it right now. And part of me would not be surprised too, but hey, I'm still thinking there might be some consolidation coming sooner rather than later. Could be wrong. Talked about that in this video right here. Then responding to Shiny Man's comment on. Then we'll take a look at the markets after this comment. He says here, to err is human, but to forgive is divine. All of us have erred before. Just because some of us err a little does not put us on a pedestal. As far as silver price is concerned, we know much higher prices are coming in the months and years. Trying to time it exactly is not important. Just use enhanced dollar cost averaging tactics and hold long term for the safe approaches to take. If silver holds above 38 for a few more days, there's little resistance to $50. Yes, I think if we can hold above 38 for a couple of days, then this thing I think very well could stick. Yes, indeed. We're certainly in the middle of a precious metals rally in general, but certainly for silver too. It's been a remarkable a ride up to this 14-year high now in terms of the actual spot price measured in nominal dollars. That's a very thing we need to understand. We're measuring this in nominal dollars. Adjusted for inflation, silver still has got a room to move up for sure to reach the all-time high, no question about that. But gold is now up $3.02, just a slight increase in gold to $3,360.10. Silver holding on now and starting to break out a bit right here just now. Silver's now, it went up from up 4 cents to up 15 cents right now, folks, to $38.59. Wow, breaking, holding on to the high that we saw for 14 years ago. It is now up 15 cents to $38.59. That is a high. This is a number that has not been seen since this channel's inception in 2013. Wow. We're experiencing right here, folks. Silver is starting to get legs and take off even more. Yes, indeed. And until we get clarification on what's going to be happening with these tariffs, and I think this is probably in direct response to the announcement of tariffs on Mexico, and not knowing exactly what is going to be tariffed is going to be taxed in Mexico. In other words, will Trump change his mind and just tax everything that's coming in, including silver? If so, then that makes sense that silver's moving up here. So we'll see there. But glad you guys are with me here tonight, and I do apologize. It's a busy night. It's a crowded room, so if I can't say hello to you individually, just know that I understand that I appreciate you being here, and thank you for taking the time to watch and participate. You guys are awesome, each and every one of you. If you're new to the channel, I hope you will consider subscribing to the channel and partake in my poll. Well, yeah, I've got to be very careful with how I say this. I have a thing up here at the top of the chat. If you click it, it's a question. Will silver reach $40 by Friday? So vote in that little thingy there. And when you vote, and after you vote, hit the like button on this live stream too, so we can see if these numbers will match. All right, yes indeed. All right, yeah. Giggity giggity goo. Okay, let's see here. So there's where the precious metals complex are right now, holding at 15 cents up. We're going to revisit that back again, but that's a good sign for silver. Indeed. Ardell says here, and again, this is the video where I talk about me being wrong about silver. And he says, wait, you're not a professional? I'm out. Just kidding. Your channel shares a lot of great information, and you never know what the markets will do. You always have been right about one thing. This is about wealth preservation, not getting rich. Thank you, Ardell. I appreciate you recognizing that and for stating that. Really appreciate that, my friend. And let's see here. You guys are great. Let's see here. We did get a super chat pop in here. Let me, if I can get my mouse back, let me see. This is oh, no, it's a Sabinator popping in here. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's get over here too. Thought it was a super chat. Sorry. Let's see here. Jim JC says less than $1.50 from 40, which is what I predicted for the year. Crazy and cool at the same time. Yes. And of course, I wish I would have bought more. And where we are going to end to start 2026. Keep up the great work. Love your content. Thank you, Jim JC, and I appreciate understanding that. You know, it's a little nuance about everything. You know, it really is. And that's just it. Sometimes it's good to be contrarian. Sometimes it's good to challenge the narrative, no matter where that narrative comes. You know, it's good to be critical thinkers, and that's what I try to be. Sometimes it's to the detriment, and I lose subscribers and get people, I've had to deal with some of those comments, but anyways, but I appreciate most of you who do understand and who do challenge me, but are also respectful about it. All right, Sal, you will continue to be wrong, and you will have to revise your prediction yet again. Tell your bosses at the World Economic Forum and the COMEX and LVMA you guys are losing the initiative, and all you have to tuck tail and retreat. All right, well, it's time of being sarcastic there, but anyways, let's see here. All right. The only reason why it's difficult to predict how much paper it takes to equate to something precious, people have been brainwashed so long about King Dollar. They've always believed that the dollar is more than it is. Silver cannot be measured accurately with dollars. Silver is measured by how many ounces you have. The dollar is going to be replaced with something else, we hope, and so we do care about how many German marks or how many continentals an ounce of silver is worth. That's right. In the end, it's about a paradigm shift of thinking. We need to think in terms of ounces rather than dollars for the long-term wealth preservation. The Littlefoot, thank you so much. Appreciate that for the super chat. He says, thanks for your time and effort you put in for us. Thank you, Littlefoot. I appreciate that. $2 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that very much. Glad you guys are here with me tonight. And let's see here. And, oh, thank you, Dean R. You're awesome. All right, very cool. Bill Arrington says, nice stack of 5-ounce Inglehards. Thank you, brother. There is not one person anywhere that gets the price right all the time. Yes, you're right. Thank you, sir. Bikini Woman says, thank you, Sal. Thank you, Bikini Woman. Appreciate you. It's because you sound like Wolfman Jack. I listen. All right. Well, thank you, Satoshi. All right. I got one thing going for me. But with that, there's another person who is unsubscribed from the channel because my voice is creepy. So I appreciate you. PJ, it's always 100 different excuses other than silver is grossly undervalued and is leveling up. All right. Yep, that's right. And I still think silver's undervalued for sure. And, whoa, Michael K. has just sent 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you, Michael K. Very kind of you indeed, sir. Wow. Very, very cool. All right, hold on a second here. Trying to get something happening here. All right. Adjust some things. Okay, let's take a look at the markets again, shall we? All right, look at this now. Silver is now up. It is up 17 cents tonight. And an exciting market watch. Watching these metals move. I appreciate you guys being here. Look at that. Silver's up $30 to $38.62. Up 17 cents tonight. It did briefly touch $38.68 just moments ago, it looks like. And these are the highest numbers that we've seen since the inception of this channel in 2013. And really, these numbers have not been seen since September of 2012, and maybe even earlier than that now, with the numbers going up to where they're at. Will we see it continue to climb tonight? Maybe even touch 39 cents or $39? I don't know. We'll see. Appreciate you guys being here. Rocky is here. Rocky, good to see you. Again, I apologize if I can't say hello to each and every one of you. Appreciate you guys being here. If you are here, if you don't mind partaking in the poll that I posted at this chat, and also press the thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get 500 likes on this live stream here tonight. And so there it is. And now silver pulling back slightly, but still up a good clip tonight. Up just about 1/3 of a percentage point, up 12 cents at 38.57. We're going to keep an eye on it. We're going to come back here and see what we've got here. Robert Kemp says, none of us have a crystal ball, Sal. Your channel always explores all the angles and possibilities, and always very informative. Thank you so much. Stack on a slurp. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate it. Very kind. And let's see here. And Michael Breen says, perhaps we should listen to what you say and do the exact opposite. Well, I wouldn't do that because I didn't say it was wrong all the time. I didn't say it was wrong all the time. So anyways, Jimmy Large says, at 40, you're at 40, yes, old and poor. I've trained myself to buy silver with any amount of extra money I come across. If it sits in the bank, I will spend it. Something ABT silver, something about silver attracts me, and I want it all, and I never want to part with any of it. Silver has been my only way of saving any sort of money. So thanks silver and channels like this that got me interested in buying my first bar. Well, congratulations, Jimmy Large. I think it's probably a good idea to diversify a little bit if you can. And also think it's a good idea to have some cash on hand. Yes, indeed. Yes, those evil fiat currency notes, it's good to have those on hand too, so you don't have to liquidate your silver in an emergency. Strongly recommend that, as well as having a little bit of gold too. But thank you for your comment. Appreciate sharing your thoughts. Just to a guy. Words of wisdom, Sal. Fire from a veteran stacker right here. Folks, get it wrong. Folks, right or wrong, that's not afraid to speak and say something different. Applaud you for being honest and truthful. Thank you. Just to I appreciate that. Very kind indeed. All right. U.S. Treasury had surplus in June. Wow. Silver Wolverine. Good to see Silver Wolverine. Glad you guys are here tonight. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. And let's move on up here. Let's get a few more comments and we'll look at the markets again. Will we see silver continue to break out tonight? So far, it is in positive territory. It doesn't look like there's a correction yet. Even if it just holds at this price, that's very, very good. Morris Monet, we listen because of your witty comment. Even a great baseball player only gets one hit for every 3 bats. There you go. All right, that's a good point. Thank you, Morris. America First with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. In all seriousness, how much gold and silver is honestly enough? Man, well, I tell you what, I think it's going to depend on who you are, what your standard of living is, and multiple different factors. I've done a video on that topic before, but thank you so much. It is Destroyer with 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. He joins Michael K with 5. There we go. A little bit of a train happening there. Thank you, 8-inch Destroyer, for receiving one of those from Michael or 8-inch Destroyer. Give them a warm thank you for those channel gift memberships. All right. Alan Church, hey, I just realized I've been enhanced dollar cost averaging without even knowing it. Thanks, Al. Congratulations. And definitely a good thing for sure. All right, let's do this comment and we'll get right back to the markets again. It's what we do. We like to interact with you guys. This is the only channel that will post responses to comments, even though if they don't take there, we'll still read it anyway, because I value you as taking your time to send these your comments and your time to watching. Appreciate it. Whoa, Rocky Superstar with 10 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. A howitzer round from the great Rocky Superstar. Check out his channel, by the way. He usually goes on live after I do. And thank you, Rocky. That is great. All right, so JDL, right on. I watch your channel because your opinions seem your own. I key into what you're doing, buying and selling rather than the projection. And you're one of 4 channels or so that I go to for insights. Well, I'm honored to be among the others. It means a lot to me that you take the time to watch. I took your recommendations that you're not buying at $38 silver to mean that you want a little time to pass to confirm the silver is currently doing. And to get past the knee-jerk reactions. I pull back as well until we get a better beat on what's driving for the last few price moves. Yes, and I think that's wise to do. And thank you for interpreting what I meant by that. So many people did not. So thank you that you listened with the nuance and understanding what I was getting at in that video. So thank you so much. All right, I was wrong too. Oh man, North Star Stacker, we can't be perfect, can we? But thank you, North Star. You're awesome. All right, let's take a look at the markets again here. What are they doing? Silver pulling back from some of its earlier gains. We saw it get up to $38.70. It was 30 cents away from $39 an ounce just moments ago. It is now still up, fairly a good clip. It's up 9 cents right now, a 0.22% increase, pretty much equating itself with the rate of climb for gold tonight, which is a quarter of a point up, $8.52. It's $8.52. So there it is. All right, well, look at this. Thank you so much to Nene for that $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Sal, for all you do. Thank you, Nene. Appreciate that. And Moonlight's 1964 with $5 Canadian. Thank you so much. Moonlight's 1964. Appreciate both you guys. Very kind of you indeed. All right, you guys are awesome. Good crowd here tonight. If you are here, please partake in my poll. In other words, a little thingy with the questions. I got to be very careful with how I say that because it might sound very sexually explicit. But if you could answer the question that I have pinned at the top of this broadcast or in the chat here, will silver reach $40 by Friday? There's 438 votes. And then immediately after doing that, if you hit the like button, we'd like to get 500 thumbs up on this live stream. But so far, 67% of you believe that silver will reach $40 by this Friday. Last week when I did this poll, you guys got it right. You predicted $38, and we got there. It's been a wild move for sure. Right now, silver is up a shiny dime. That's 1 dime it's up, a 0.26% increase, trading at right around the same rate that gold is tonight in terms of the percentage move to the upside. It's now trading at $38.54. So it looks like, it's at least for now, that the rally on Friday has some legs into the markets in Asia tonight. The true test will be London and then New York when they open up tomorrow. We'll see. And I'm predicting that we're going to see some sort of correction or pullback, but I could be wrong. As I mentioned in my video here, I've been more wrong about silver than right, so why listen to me? If you get a chance to check that video out to hear what I've got to say about that. But Miroko Tuno, professional in PMs, nobody is, unless you have a seat at the table with Mr. Future over in the JP Morgan. Yes, I hear you. Well, there are some people who get paid to do analysis and stuff like that, and they're a whole lot smarter than I am, and I'm not one of those. But I do think, I like to think my opinion is educated, but only to a degree, just from paying attention to what moves the markets and what I've seen in the past. But anyways, you guys are great. Appreciate you being here. Let's take another slurp of some coffee here and press on to the next comment. And we've got Rob the Stacker says here, we are defying the summer doldrums, which is unusual. I have been stacking for a long time and do dollar cost averaging. It works if you are patient over a span of time. Exactly right. And we have other anecdotal evidence of that as well too. Dollar cost averaging works. And you know what? And I will just revise what I say. If this rally does hold, and we see prices stay above $38, well, I'm going to probably be buying again too. I may not buy quite as much, but I would think I will start buying. Yes, indeed. You guys are great. Let's see here. We've got Jack Bauer says, get the old coins, people, dimes, as per Ted Provenza. Well, I think I like the constitutional. I've got plenty of videos about constitutional silver recently. I'm a big fan of them. Definitely a big fan of constitutional silver, because you can get it for at spot or even below right now. I love it. Good stuff. All right, and let's get over here to this. We've got the Silver Shelby. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Stop the Milk campaign. Thanks for the support. Thank you, my friend. He says hit the like button. Thank you, my friend. Silver Shelby, appreciate you being a faithful viewer too. All right, and yes. Good crowd here. Michael K with 5 more Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Boom. And Robert Kemp with a coffee fund. Thank you so much, Robert Kemp. $5 for the coffee fund. And then immediately after that, we got a hybrid train of Salivate Metal gift memberships and super chats. And Mark B slamming it with a $20 super chat. The winner of the night, the highest. Thank you, Mark B. Appreciate that. Yes, indeed. You see his headstock there. Mark B is a bass player, and that's a 4-stringed bass headstock that he's got there. I wonder if he likes 5 strings, but thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Very cool. All right, let's see what Bill's got to say, and thank you again for your kindness. You guys are awesome. This is the best community out there, and you guys are awesome. All right, let's see here. All right, Bill H says, Sal, I respect your informed opinions, but watch your channel primarily to keep up with the latest news about precious metals. Well, thank you. That is the primary purpose of the channel. That seems to get the most views is the news video, so thank you. Personally, I think the stock market is overpriced and will soon crash. When it does, the price of silver will soar because middle-class investors will turn to silver. Gold is unaffordable to the average Joe and Jane. Yes, I think that very well could be a possibility. Even the stock market doesn't crash, I think there's some people who will do that. Yes, hit the like on the super chats. Yes, hit those likes. Show them your love as well too, and for doing that, very, very kind. Okay, and let's get over here to Mr. Silver Eagle and see what he's got to say about this report, the video that I did here. He says, I don't listen to you because I think you're right. I watch you because you're credible and an honest voice on YouTube. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. I try to be, and I thank you for recognizing that. I trust your judgment, but I put my own decision-making. Nevertheless, you are strictly stacking. Are you strictly stacking? Are you a collector of numismatics as well? Why or why not? Yes, I do like to collect. I collect maybe in a little different way than some. If there's a short series or even a long series, I may collect them. It's mostly some modern stuff. Like, for instance, I don't have a full set of Franklin $half, and that's one of the easiest classic sets to do. Just have never done it. I like to get some type coins if I can. And there's some of those that I like to get, or just single coins that just tell a story. But I do collect as well, and just for the joy, for the love of it, not necessarily as an quote investment, although some people collect for that as well too. I've tried that; it really didn't work out too much for me, but thank you. Let's see here what we've got. With this, we can see silver is now up 11 cents tonight, so it's holding on. It's consolidating at this price point here. Why am I saying consolidating? Because it did get as high as $38.70. But this thing is showing a little bit of legs here. $38.55 for silver. Gold up $12.72. Fairly close in the rate of climb between the two metals at $33.69 and 70 cents for gold. So very, very good. You guys are awesome. Lisa Anderson, thank you. Good to see you. And look at this. Vegas Stacker, who I had the honor to be on his live stream. Check out Vegas Stacker's channel. He posts live streams, I think, almost every Monday. Good stuff. He says, no one does it better than Sal. Hit the thumbs up. Show your gratitude. Thank you so much, Vegas Stacker. Great job. You are awesome. You and Blue Collar, it was an honor to be on with you guys. And thank you, Littlefoot. Sal, how would you vote on the poll? Yes or no? Well, you know what? I'm going to be a little contrarian this time again, even though I was wrong last week, but I would vote no on that poll. I don't think it's going to get to $40, and that's a very unpopular opinion, I know, because 3/4 of you are now on this poll. 67% of you say that it will hit $40 by Friday. I'm with the 33%. I don't think it's going to get there. But you know what? Let me tell you something. Even though I don't think it's going to get there, I would be more than happy to be wrong on that. I would be more than happy to be wrong on that. Because remember, I did a video fairly recent, within the last month, after it hit $36 an ounce, which was my year-end prediction. I revised my prediction upwards to $39. So I'm still bullish on silver by the end of the year. So I think we're going to hit $39 by the end of the year. But I don't think by this week it will reach $40 by Friday. But again, I'm happy to be wrong. And by the way, I was extremely happy to be wrong last week. It doesn't, when I make these predictions, they're just for fun, you know what I mean? And it's nothing else than that. I believe in silver for what it is, even beyond the price, and I'll talk about that in the video. All right. So, and Rocky's kind of with me. He thinks it might pull back a little bit. Yes, indeed. All right, but good question, and thank you so much for that. Appreciate you asking that question. All right, Littlefoot. All right, let's get over here. And we have another new subscriber, Chris Hudson. Thank you, Chris Hudson. If you're here, appreciate you subscribing to the channel. And let's get over here to Mo Silver. I like your display, 15 5-ounce bars. Generic 5-ounce bars are now $200. Really hard to believe. Anyone with a decent stack should keep stacking. I don't care about the day-to-day price, but I think it will be a lot more crazy over the next several years. I think, you very well could be right. Certainly could be. Yes, indeed. This is quite a time we're living in, and these are numbers we've not seen since before this channel was born. And these are numbers we've not seen since September of 2012, so it's pretty exciting to witness it again. But remember, we're talking nominal dollars. $38 is not nearly as impressive now as it was in September of 2012 when it reached there before. So keep that in mind. All right. We've got this from Dustin Miller. The way I see it, nobody knows what they're talking about. Why not listen to you? All right. Well, thank you. Well, I will tell you this, Dustin Miller. There are a fair number of channels and analysts out there who know a lot more about what they're talking about than I do. These are just my observations, but I do appreciate that. Very, very kind of you to say, and I appreciate you listening. Certainly do appreciate that. All right. And let's see here. Let's pull away through here. See, we've got to get my mouse back here. We'll move on up to the next comment. And let's see here. We've got Rod Price. Rod Price has just subscribed to the channel. I'm trying to notice those more when they come through. So thank you, Rod Price, if you're here. I appreciate you subscribing. And if you do subscribe and are in this live stream, let me know. If you type my name out with no space in between salivate and metal, it should light up. I would love to know if we want to thank you here live for subscribing. I appreciate that so much. Rob the Stacker says, I love your channel and could watch it all day. It makes me want to play with my silver. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. If I can excite you to get excited, if I can entice you to get excited about your metals, I think that's great. All right. Anything wrong with being a pure silver stacker? No, Kookaburra Man. Nothing wrong with being pure silver stacker. However, I would recommend diversifying a bit into gold and not being, because it's putting your all of your eggs in one basket. Although if you're gonna put all of your eggs in one basket, they might as well be made of silver, right? So I don't think you can go wrong with just stacking silver. But why not diversify a bit? And I'll give you an example. And I don't remember. I think I remember this correctly. There's a guy, and I think he would probably be okay with me telling you this. There's a guy on here called Silver Slacker who does not live up to his channel name, by the way, because he's anything but a slacker when it comes to stacking silver. So it's kind of an irony that he has that name. Great guy. He's well diversified in real estate, but he at one time, and I don't know if this is still the case, he had over 17,000 ounces of silver. 17,000 ounces of silver. Have a good night, Silver Wolverine. He had 17,000 ounces of silver, and he only had 1 ounce of gold, and they were 2 of the gold half dollars from 2016. That's it. That was the only gold he had. Everything else was silver, and he loved it. But he knew what he was doing, and he thought it through himself, and more likely he's done very well with it. He obviously now, if he's still got all that silver, he's done very, very well with it. But make no mistake, has preserved his wealth over a long course of time. But he was also sort of a collector of it. He loved to collect the Lunar 2 series, all the different sizes. He liked to collect the Jaegersport silver. He had his own branded Jaegersport silver pieces, so he's done a lot. So yeah, I would say that guy has done very well with it. He's a great guy. I haven't seen him in a long time. But anyways, let's answer one more comment, and we'll get back to the markets again here. Appreciate you guys sticking with me here tonight. Make sure to partake in the little thingy at the top. The question about whether gold's going to get, or silver's going to get to $40 by this Friday. All right. Amadea says you still have very good insight and look at the metals in a different dimension than most stackers. Yeah, with a lot of other channels, all I hear is the same crap over and over again. Well, not crap per se, but it's the same talking points that have been repeated since 2008 financial crash. That being said, I still believe in my target of $50 by the end of the year, or before the end of the first quarter of next year, and could reach triple digits by the end of Trump's presidential term. Thanks for all the time you put into this. It makes a lot of difference. A couple months ago, I decided to make a large silver purchase to add to my stack. A purchase that I've only made once before because of some information you had or mentioned that I sincerely agreed with. And recently, in a few videos back, you've reminded me of the importance of constitutional silver, so I'm looking at expanding my holdings of that. I only have 55 ounces of constitutional, and about half of that is Canadian. Until recently, I completely forgot that I even had those coins. Well, that's awesome, Amadeus, and thank you for sharing that. And how you made a decision based on what I did and it worked out for you. I would hate to somebody to make a decision and lose out based off of what I said. So thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you being here tonight. We have a good crowd with us here. So apologize if I can't say hello to each of you individually like I usually do. But just know I see your comments coming up. I may miss some things if you address me, but thank you for being here. You guys are great at interacting with each other. And so let's take a look at the markets again. Boom, shalaka, boom. Silver pulling back from some of its gains earlier in the night. Earlier in this evening, silver was just 30 cents shy of reaching $39 in the spot price, where it is above that, certainly right now, in the futures market. It's at $38.52, up 7 cents tonight, up 0.19%. Gold is up $10.12. Yes, indeed. So there it is, 0.3% increase for gold tonight. Platinum and palladium have been hit fairly hard tonight. Platinum is down $14, now below $1,400 an ounce. Palladium is down $23. Very volatile those metals are. I think that's one of the reasons. I think that's part of why silver is being kind of pulled on here tonight. So we'll keep an eye on that. It is something else to watch here for sure. All right. And I'm looking at here to see what the silver futures price is. I don't think that's moved up. Nope, it's not. I don't know when that's going to open up the futures market, but it's still sitting at $39.16 for silver's futures price. So we'll keep an eye on that. By the way, channel sponsor. The channel sponsor is Summit Metals, summitmetals.com. So I hope you will check them out next time you're in need of some silver products or gold products. Bullion. They have an expanding selection, great customer service, and they are a channel sponsor who is unique in that they do not want me to push the metals on you just for the sake of their bottom line. They want education. They want exposure for you just to think about them as an option next time you go to shop. Very low pressure. These guys are great. I've been working with them for a little while now, and they've proven themselves to be very fast-growing and great people to work with. All right, let's see here. Let's see what Carrie Tarrin has to say here about this video. I was watching an auction on YouTube last night, and the seller said his friend told him silver would be $75 an ounce soon. I almost commented but decided to let it go. I think he was just trying to get higher bids on the sterling silver he was selling. Love those 50-ounce bars in your display. I think most people have been wrong in their predictions. It's no big deal. Well, thank you, Carrie Tarrin. I really appreciate that very, very much. Very kind of you indeed, and thanks for sharing what happened on that auction the other night. And look at this. Whoa, Kookaburra Man has just sent 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Boom, from starboard to port side. There they go. Thank you, Kookaburra Man. He's awesome. So good to see him back, by the way. And he's been very kind. Kookaburra Man is unique amongst him, and maybe there were 2 others through the course of some time who would go back and watch all my old videos. But Kookaburra Man has been the most consistent to do that. So thank you. All right. Very good. All right. Yes, indeed. Steve C., good to see you. Yeah, rhodium really does not trade as much. It's very rarely. I think I've seen it trade maybe a few times on a Sunday Night Market Watch, other than glitching, which it has done before too. We report on that. It does not really do much, but it is obviously still much higher than where it was when I bought my ounce. I bought my ounce of rhodium when it was trading at $600 an ounce. It is now $6,000 an ounce. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Coffee is lukewarm now, but it is still delightful, and I'm glad you all are here. And if you get a chance, I hope you will partake in the question that I posted above, where you can vote one yes or no on it. And our goal here is to try to match the number of votes to the number of thumbs up. And so if somebody can report, let me know how many thumbs up we have compared to the poll question here. There's 595 votes, because I can't see it without refreshing this. I'm showing 0 likes because I'm not refreshed my screen, and it would throw all my windows out of sync. So if somebody can let me know how many thumbs up we have 595 votes. Do we have 595 thumbs up? Likely not, but I'm hoping maybe we will get close to that. All right, let's see here. Because if you can't partake in this question of poll without, I mean, you have to have an account to do that. North Star Stacker, oh, we only have 328. Okay, all right. So even though I asked for it, they didn't do it. Okay, North Star Stacker has just sent 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you, North Star Stacker, who's got a channel himself. Very, very cool indeed. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Check out North Star Stacker. Very cool. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate that. Okay, now silver's up a nickel tonight. It's been kind of sporadic. It's always been up the whole night, though, so far. That's what she said. It is up. And up a nickel, $38.49. But it did get up to $38.70 earlier in the night. Yeah, crazy train. But there it is, up now 6 cents. Gold is up $12.22, up just over a third of a percentage point. A little bit of volatility in the markets. All right, have a good night, Rocky Superstar. Thank you again, brother. I appreciate you. Check out Rocky's channel. You guys are awesome. Okay. Okay, very good. Jason says it could easily hit 40 by the end of tomorrow. I tell you what, it could. At the rate it's going tonight, I could see that happening, especially if there's still fear about the tariffs. I could see that happening. I just don't think there's going to be tariffs on silver. coming from Mexico, based off the latest announcement that I talked about at the very first part of this broadcast. Let's see what P. Ryan Limerick has to say here. He says, "Why is silver such good value? Look to history. Take an ounce of gold and the cost of rent in New York, an ounce $33.50, and a median rent in Brooklyn in 2025 $32.50. Back in 1925, an ounce of gold was $20.67. Rent in Brooklyn was about $20 a month. The gold is holding it steady." There you go. Exactly right. Very, very true indeed. Good analysis. All right. Thank you, Vegas Stacker. Have a good night, my friend. Marcus Aurelius, thank you for the 5 spot. He says, "We're closing the month over 42, and then I'll be an ounce richer." All right. So Marcus Aurelius believes we'll see $42 silver by the end of this month, July. Wow, that is a very bold prediction. And you know what? I don't discount that he could be. I don't dismiss it. That's for sure. He could be right on that. The way silver's moving here, it's something else. So pretty wild to see. Thank you so much for that. All right, Habe GE VRL says here about this video, "I really don't care if you're right or wrong. Silver's going to $60 by the end of the year, or the first 2 months of 2026. Silver's going to 150 by 2027. That's the trend, and it's very easy to follow it." Okay, all right, you very well may be right. Oh man, look at this. 4 luck from Master Blaster, 777 for luck. Thank you, Master Blaster. 777s, I love it. Very, very cool. All right. Yes, indeed. Nice. Okay. Dean R says, "Silver is the best insurance policy I own, and it never denies my claims." Boom. I love it right there. That is exactly right. Silver never denies your claims. Indeed. Why? Because you measure your wealth in ounces, and it's wealth outside of the system. There's something that's really just amazing about having silver outside of the system. You are independent from the system, for sure. And very good. You have forgotten our bet, have you, Sal? Oh, man. Marcus Aurelius, remind me of the bet. What was our bet? And let's see here. I think if I remember correctly, it was going to be $40 I was going to pay you via PayPal if it got to something by a certain date, but I forgot what it was. I did forget about it. What was our bet? And when was it going to come to pass? I think you had asked for an ounce of silver, and I said I couldn't do that, but I could do PayPal, friends and family, which means I would just give you the $40. But I forget what would be if I won, though. Anyways, so I did forget about it. I forget the details. I forget the time. I didn't write it down, and I kind of lost track. So remind me of it. I'll keep my word. If I remember correctly, it's $40. I think you had asked for an ounce of silver, but I said I could do PayPal, friends and family, and then you could go buy a silver round for that. Closing the month over 42. Okay, closing the month over 42. Okay, very good. All right. So you had the same prediction. Very good. Okay, Marcus Aurelius. So then I would pay you $42, right? Yeah, I just would just need you to send me your PayPal an email address so that I can pay you for that. And then what would I get if I win, if it doesn't reach that? Let's see here. All right. Let's get down here to Electric Avenue quickly here. Thank you for your perspective. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Mark H. And that's really what it boils down to, just giving a perspective. For sure. Appreciate that. I took down my channel. Glad my subscription transferred. All right. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. What channel did you have? Just Sam? So I'm sorry you took it down. I hope you will have it there. Very good. Let's see here. Okay, yeah. I tell you what, email me, Marcus Aurelius, the details. Did we agree? I don't think we actually agreed on it and get to the point, but it's hard to keep track with everything that goes up here. But if you can email me, and what the terms were, what you understood, what we said, did we actually come to an agreement on it? Let's see here. Very good. All right. And Andre, what year is it, and how much can you predict unless you control it? What year is it? Well, I'm not sure what context you're talking about. Each year I make a prediction by the end of the year. Very good. All right, let's see here. And Clanjulo says, I listen to Sal because he's informed and honest, and he has a heck of a stack. Well, thank you, Clanjulo. I tell you what, there's one thing I do. I definitely put my money where my stack is. That's for sure. All right, then thank you very much. And Brian Forstelli says here, it's nearly impossible to predict the price of precious metals. This channel provides a lot of great information, especially for relatively new investors. Well, thank you. I try my best. Definitely appreciate that very, very much. All right. All right. Yeah, so Marcus Aurelius, if you can just email me, because like I said, I don't remember where we got on the, I think the last part of our discussion was the PayPal. And of course, I'm thinking about it as if I'm losing the bet. I'm just preparing to lose the bet. So I want to know how to be able to pay you, because I can't do the sending a silver ounce in the mail. So I would just have to do it via PayPal, friends and family. But if you could email me what you understood, what we discussed, where we were at. And let's see here. Tonewall says metal. All right, there we go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And Tape Savas, if you read Livermore's book, it says speculative. They enter at the price of $100 a share. Wow, okay. I guess that's $100 an ounce. Xanthiel says, I bought silver at $36, and now it's $38. I'm a first-time stacker. I'm just going to keep on dollar cost averaging. Good. And by the way, you do not want to sell at this price too, because you will lose. If you sell your silver at $38, most coin shops are giving $2 and less back. So some are giving $3 back a spot, which means you lose $1 on those ounces you bought. So just keep that in mind. But thank you. Congratulations. You're doing well as long as you hold on. Dove season is here. Welcome, Dove season. Good to see you guys. And as we go through here, algorithm from Lulu Luckies. Thank you, Lulu Lucky. Appreciate your algorithm there. And Lichavari, only a matter of time, and there will be a tariff on silver and gold. All right. Well, there could be. I kind of doubt it. They did exempt those explicitly in the original announcement. My guess is they probably won't apply those, but I guess it's a possibility too that Trump could change his mind. It's not like he hasn't done that before. Anonymous Stacker, gold is better than silver regardless of the market price of both metals. Gold is a better preserver of wealth. Even fractional gold has lower premiums than silver. With the major exception of goldbacks, gold is less volatile and more portable. Well, it's somewhat debatable on the premiums for the fractional stuff, but I think probably now more than ever that is a cogent argument. So thank you for that. All right, you guys are awesome. Glad you're here. Let's take a look at the market, shall we? What are they doing? Silver has pulled back from some of its gains tonight. It was up almost 20 cents earlier in the night. Up $38.70 was the high tonight. That's 30 cents shy of $39 per troy ounce in the spot price. It is now up a nickel, still up to $38.50. Even if it stays where it is and just goes up a few cents, this is actually very good news for those of you who believe silver has room to continue to climb, and that Friday's massive move to the upside was not just a flash in the pan, at least for that one day. But a lot can happen between now and tomorrow morning when the markets open. And remember to watch the markets, the aftermarket trading around 8:30, and see if there's a big smackdown. I think there's going to be something happening, and I think that we'll see it pull back. But I could be wrong. It could continue to move up. We'll see here. Shadow Work is here. You got a lot of good folks here tonight. 79 is with us. One more Slurp is here. JM Unleashed, always appreciate you. Starting to be able to say hello to you guys. Master Blaster is here. Where our goal tonight is to hit 500 thumbs up. And if those of you who partook in the question that I had above here, will silver reach $40 by Friday? There's 665 votes, and we only have 300 and some likes, even though I asked for the like button. Marcus Aurelius, the address is on the screen there below at the bottom of the screen. So send that to my email. And so yes, indeed. Just look at the bottom of your screen. There it is. And let's get over here too and see what we've got with some other comments coming here. We have got some activity from Michael K. Responding to this video with the following. He says, right or wrong don't matter. I'm here for entertainment and community. We all get stuff wrong from time to time, but I think you're using reverse psychology. See you at 6 p.m. All right, thank you. All right. No, trying to be humble if I can, but thank you. 378 thumbs up. Can we get 500? We should. All right. Just about, we had almost double that partake in the poll, but didn't. Let's see here. All right. All right. My view of these arguments for when you buy silver, gold, ignore the question is what you're going to do to receive these. Hold on a second. What you're going to receive for these coins. If you intend to get dollars, then my question would be why? The dollar is predicted to continue increasingly concerning loss of value. If I could sell my silver and get gold, maybe I would consider that'd be a good trade. The problem with having a desire to make money on your investments, it would strike me that trading it for a currency exposes a risk of deterioration of counterproductive. That's why I would personally focus on the buy and hold for the long term, at the least medium term. Just my thought. Yeah, and that's definitely a good argument for short for holding. No question. I think there should be a good reason to have that as your core stack, unless, of course, that you find yourself in a situation where you can put that money to work for you. That's different, like a down payment on a house. I'm like, oh, no worries, Marcus Aurelius, no worries, my friend. Yes, indeed. Yes, just shoot me an email and with those terms, and we'll look at it. Just like I said, I'd forgotten about it, and I don't know that we came to an actual agreement. I just want to see what your thoughts were on it. I definitely want to do it, but the terms of payment, I think, is where we were stuck on both sides. So let's see here. All right. Annie Oakley says, we shall see exciting times for sure. Love a little stack of chunky Inglehards. I will try to tune in this evening instead of watching PMSNBC. There you go. Thank you, Annie Oakley. You got it. Thank you so much. You're awesome. We love Annie Oakley. Hopefully she's here with us tonight. I thought I saw her in here. Not sure, but anyways, let's see. Bill Soderquist says this. More information and opinion helps all form their own ideas about where the market is going. Just buy what you are able to when you can while keeping a cash reserve. Can't lose and less stress, slow and steady. Yes, exactly right. Very, very true. Very true indeed. All right, you guys have 404 likes. Thank you. We're getting there. 404 likes. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see here. You guys have, there it is. Annie Oakley is here. Good to see Annie Oakley. Sterling Cannabis is here. Heather is with us tonight. AKA 47 is here. Good to see you guys. Appreciate you guys joining me here tonight. There's Carrie Taryn and Kanita Warrior, and Maria is here. And there's Cybercurrent Twitcher. Appreciate you, CCT. You are always so awesome for being here. Thank you. Appreciate you so much, Cybercurrent Twitcher. Check out his channel. He's got to head to bed. It is getting late in the United Kingdom. So thank you so much. All right, let's see here. We've got Corey Diaz says, what I've been focusing on lately is how much physical silver there really is compared to where demand may go. Then hold on for the long game. All right, there you go. A lot of people have different ideas, strategies, and ways to be able to gauge how and when to put their money in on the precious metals. Most silver is very volatile, which means that it goes up and down a lot. Why buy at a 14-year high? We aren't supposed to do that. Will it go down? There will always be a correction. It may go up more, but it will likely fall to a stable level for a while. Think more about 5 to 10 years. I think it will work out fine. Yep, and that's generally my attitude, most silver. However, I don't discount the possibility that it just keeps going up from here. And so I would just say wait it out a bit and see what happens for the next couple of days. If it holds this, then maybe consider making a purchase. And still, it could still go down from there. From that point, I still think it will consolidate. But right now, it is fighting. Silver is fighting against platinum and palladium on the industrial side to climb. It is now up 9 cents to $38.54 tonight. That's about a quarter of a percentage point climb. Gold is up $12.22, 33.69er. Yes, indeed. And 10 cents. Platinum and palladium both down. Palladium down over 2% tonight to 12.10 per ounce. Yes, indeed. All right. The 3D show. I've done a lot of videos. I've done several videos on copper, even fairly recently. So check out some of the videos I've done. Recently, I did one about copper. Let's see. Let me see, because I didn't put copper in the title. In my most recent one, but it was about a big move in copper's price. This metal just exploded to an all-time high. Is silver next? There it is. It's right there from 5 days ago. Check that video out. That should help you out. Platinum says platinum, or Glenville Easley, platinum and gold. There you go. It's platinum and gold. Nice. Bon Johnson says, honest opinion makes me want to watch your videos even more. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Bronze. I really do appreciate it very much. I don't. It's not just confirmation bias you're going to get here. You're going to get my opinion, and I don't just throw opinions out just for the sake of doing it. I try to base it off of what I've seen in the markets, and not only that, but also what moves the markets and various different sources. So thank you for that. Fred Jones, I want to see it drop below $34 again. Yeah, as buyers, we all would like to see that for sure. And let's see, Hustlin' Magic says this right here. At the end of the day, one Truth Social post could crash the market or send it to the moon. With that instability, I don't think anyone can predict anything. Yes. And not only that, not only what Donald Trump says, honestly, I think Jerome Powell's words have an even greater weight than what the president says. I know it's hard to believe I would say that, but it's much tighter, closer to the market. But anyways, very good. All right, thank you, J. Melise, for posting a link to that video for the individual who's looking for that, about what my feelings were on copper and what's happening with copper lately. And let's see here, the Possum Catcher. That's pretty cool name for a account here. Says this: I'm buying some silver to keep it. I might sell it in 10 to 20 years as I get older and need to buy a gun to cash in my Smith & Wesson retirement plan, or even just to leave to my relatives to keep or to sell. Free silver is nice. I don't need to explain that to your viewers, so you can imagine how happy my nieces and nephews will be to inherit my small stash of silver. Exactly right. Generational wealth transfer. But I'm going to stack, but I'm not going to stack large amounts of silver and play the market like it's Vegas. I'll lose my butt if I don't get robbed first. I'm going to keep my silver as a liquid asset, and I'm only going to buy small amounts, like maybe 1/100th or even less of what I see most stackers and buying at the hiding. All right, yeah. You stack at your own pace of what you feel comfortable with, depending on where your life journey takes you and how old you are and how close you are to retirement. It's a good plan. Yes, indeed. Mike Carrera, good to see you. Appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. You are awesome. Very good. 75th Ranger. I appreciate you being here. So if you go to my channel, if you go to the channel page and use that search function and type in platinum, I have done a lot of videos on platinum, especially recently with its newest move upwards. But check out some of these older videos as well, too. I've done a lot of videos on platinum. And so you can just scroll down through there, see the one that's most recent one. I've done a couple of them. They don't get nearly as many views, but I believe in platinum. I love platinum, and I've talked about it a fair amount. And so so here's one. Platinum's price could soar from a couple weeks ago. And there's just a couple of others here, too. Here's one. Platinum just reached a huge milestone, and that was from 6 days ago. You might want to check those. But just type platinum and scroll down. See ones that tickle your fancy, and you can check those out. Very good. Let's do this. See what the markets are doing right now. Refresh this thing through here. And what do we got going on with silver right now? It's up 9 cents, holding on to that 9-cent increase tonight. 0.24% to $38.54. Gold is rising a little bit more. It's up $13.22, up $1 from last time we checked. $3,370.10. Look at that. Platinum is down 12. Palladium is down 15 tonight. So there's where the metals complex. Very good. All right. And let's see here. And where are we at? So there's where it is. Gold to silver ratio. I'm glad you asked. 87.7 with the gold to silver ratio tonight is in this special market watch we've got going on here. And let's see here. We continue to watch these metals make their move tonight. We're at the top of the hour now. And we're going to check now. Great job. Well said. Thank you, Mario. And this is something we're going to get back into if I can remember to do it each time. We're going to look at the volume of trading here in the Asian markets. And see these markets move up here. We can see this is where it started. Massive volume right on the get-go, right in the market open. And we've seen the volume kind of stabilize a bit and shrink slightly before picking up a bit here in late, and just right at the top of the hour. So there is a little bit of an influx of activity that has propped up gold's price here as we're watching the metals move here. The volume is what you see at the bottom with the candles up. Usually the green means it's heading up. Price action is moving up, and that's the volume that has occurred. And the red is people that are selling when the price moves down. Sellers and buyers, I guess. There's no in between, right? If you're not trading, you're holding, and that's not going to reflect in any of these charts. Obviously, how's that for stating the obvious? Silver, let's see what silver has done over the last hour. You can see here, massive boom, spike, a boomy spike, and then a smack it down. But the volume of trading, we see a lot of selling happening to bring it down there. As you see there, the volume with the big spike up, and it's still in positive territory for the most part as we're watching the markets move here with the silver complex. But look at it go. Volume really tapering off here, it seems, after the top of the hour to the lowest of the night with the volume of trading. Insane in the membrane. But silver's still up. Silver is still looking pretty darn good right now. Oh, yeah. I'm a fan. All right. Wild movements here. The price. You guys are great. And by the way, we have 67%. That's been pretty steady as the votes have increased. We have 740 votes. Less than half of those people have thumbed up this live stream, even though I asked for it in the poll question itself. I think I might have to start the poll question with hit the like button first and then answer this question. 67% of those 743 votes believe that silver will go to $40 by this Friday. 33% say no. I'm in the minority of this one. Even though I was wrong last week and you were right, the majority of you thought it would go to 38. I think less of a majority back then. So yes, you could very well be right. We could see $40 by the end of this week. And so far, with the price of the action we're seeing tonight, you're more likely to be right than I am, unless something trades. Greetings to you, guys. Good to see Bootsy and David Carlisle. Snakebite is here, and you guys are great. All right, and I've earned 79 thumbs up. I can feel it. I'm mind melding with her. I've just earned it just now, so she's going to do it. I know she's going to press that thumbs up button. I can feel it from the bottom of my kidney and the top of my gallbladder. Joseph Lopez, 1247, says this. Interesting viewpoints. I guess it all comes down to one's perspective these days. That's exactly right. It's just providing a little different perspective. And see, that's another thing, too, is I really don't, the more popular prognosticators on YouTube, I really don't follow them because they're not really kind of a part of the community anyway. So I'm not really tracking them and what they're saying. I kind of like to formulate my own opinions if I can. But yes, indeed. All right. Okay, let's see here. All right. And we've got the RM 1042. Says this. It's like the old days. Like the old saying goes, the market fluctuates. It's not about being right or wrong. It's about being well informed and smart about your purchases. See you on the live soon. That's exactly right. In the long run, it doesn't matter who's right or wrong about any kind of price prediction. It's about your own financial and fiscal health. That's really the bottom line. And not just because Stone Cold says so, because Sal said so. All right. We've got here Dean R. I wrote this comment so you could verbally reply on a live stream right now. And not only right now, but at this very moment, Dean R. Are you still with me, Dean R? All right. Because not only did I respond to this comment verbally right now, I also responded at this very moment. And I need a hell yeah from Dean R. if he's still here. Just type hell yeah in all capital letters so I know that you saw that. Very good. AKA 47, I do dabble in numismatics from time to time. Yes, indeed. I enjoy it. But I probably do it a little bit differently than some. I don't do it for investment purposes. I just buy what I like. Mr. Hoy says, here's a hope I'm right quote. Silver up $14,000 an ounce just to catch the shorts. There you go. Well, I'm wearing a pair of shorts right now, actually. They're my Daisy Dukes. Yes, I do love to wear my Daisy Dukes. They're riding high on my hips. Oh, yeah. Stacker factor, they really don't want to let it break over 39. Yes, but, the futures are there. So I think it's possible, with the futures, it's crazy, but something is happening, yes. And it could be the big bullion banks, as you've stated before, Stacker Factor, preventing the actual spot price from getting there. You guys are awesome. All right, let's see. There's Dean R. is here. He gave me a big hell yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Just like Stone Cold E.T. Yeah. Old Stone Cold E.T. Look that up on YouTube one time. This is Stone Cold E.T. and I want to get a... He goes into the White Castle. You got to look up Stone Cold E.T. on the YouTube. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Oh, yeah. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. All right. Where are we at? Let's get to this. We've got the revolting man says, I think the question is whether or not gold at $38 is better than silver at $38. If you don't afford a full ounce of gold and have to pay fractional premiums, how does gold compare to silver then? Well, I did talk about them, but fractionals premiums have come quite down. It's been swallowed up. Yes, and that sexy vape metal that tried the Daisy Dukes are riding. It's not quite that short where they're riding up my crack, but I digest. All right. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, Silver Honda still visits this channel, though. He was in here earlier. I didn't get a chance to say hi to him because it was crowded, but we love Silver Honda. He's awesome. And, all right. Ken Mazel says, how could anyone know what is going to happen with such a rigged market? I'm just now up to a gold and a silver swap I did a couple years ago, thinking the ratio was going to close up a bit. And actually, the gold to silver ratio has widened a bit tonight. Still under 90, though. It's at 87.78. 87.78 tonight. There it is. Could anybody give me a report on how many thumbs up we have on this live stream tonight? We wanted to get 500, but I don't know if we're going to get there. Silverista's here. Good to see you guys. 87.78. Silver now up 7 cents tonight to 38.52. Gold up $15.52. Platinum down 15. And palladium is down 27, down 2.22%. It's crazy. Crazy train. Let's see here. I never comment on videos that I posted with my puppy. I may not be seeing those, Sterling. Cannabis. Sorry if I missed them. I'll have to check them out. Congratulations on your puppy, though. That's awesome. Let's see here. 469er. All right. Rob Moran says 470. Can I get a let's do it like an auction. Give me 470. I want to get 470. Can we get 471? Can we get 472? Can we get 490? Let me get 490 on the thumbs up. Can we get 490? Come on, 474, 474, 437, 474. No, I'm kidding. All right, we won't do that. I know that's going to annoy you. I don't want to lose a single viewer by me auctioning the live streams. But we just had this happen. Chris Harrelson has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Chris. If you are here in this live broadcast, subscribing, thank you. We'd like to have a little bit of fun here, too. James says, Junior Silver Stocks, WCE, ACX. All right, very good. Listing some of those. All right. Over there, they're hot, I guess, celebrating those. And let's see here what we've got with the markets. We can see silver holding on at 7, up 7 cents for silver, $38.51. Still in positive territory. We're trading a bit light. Gold is up $14.92, $14.92. Columbus sailed the ocean blue. And look at that. Gold is moving on up. Moving on up. And platinum down 15. Palladium down 18. Oh, yeah. All right. Very, very good. Paul Tissue, 485. Thank you. We're 15 away from 500, even though we have 795 votes. We almost got 800 votes in the poll, and maybe we'll crack 500 in the thumbs up. I don't know. But anyways, 67% has been pretty stable. 67% of you believe that silver is going to hit $40 by this Friday. Yes, indeed. That is a fact. That's what you guys believe. See what happens here. Let's get cracking on some more comments. We've got Silver Sleuth. Says this. Liquidity and storage space mobility are factors that I consider when choosing which PM to buy on my scheduled budget. So far in 2025, I've gone to gold. However, if I wasn't comfortable with the size of my silver stack, I would concentrate on silver until I hit my comfort zone. There you go. Other than keeping up with my Silver Eagle and beyond date run, I'm not sure if I ever need to buy any more silver. But I don't think there is a time when I will ever have enough gold. I hear you. I could make an argument for silver's potential for value growth, but I had that discussion with myself in 1999 when I hit my weight goals in that metal. Yes, exactly. He's been at it a long time. Very, very cool. You guys are awesome. Paul Tissue is reporting 499 thumbs up. Thank you, Paul Tissue. Very good. Appreciate your thumbs up, guys. And we've got here, Mario says, I learned to trade charts because I got tired of listening to the talking heads and their useless predictions. Bottom line, learn to read and trade the reactions at the highs and lows of the 4-hour chart, and you can make a profit without getting burned big. I guess that's true until the reality of the markets smacks it in the face. You know, Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. That's how I look at technical analysis. I don't discount it. I've mentioned that in the video, as you know, as you heard. But nonetheless, it's not always going to be the case. Anything can happen in the market, in the psychology of the markets, to pull it one direction or another. So keep that in mind. All right. Ozalt Bridge Company says here, for all the haters out there who don't respect the digital, just remember that throughout the week, the main markets are moving the metal, but on the weekend, when the main markets are shut down, the over-the-counter markets and the cryptocurrencies that are backed by silver and gold are still on the move. This is why price fluctuations can happen on the weekend. Yeah, I guess it's somewhat based on the futures markets, I guess. I don't know. Well, I don't know. The futures market seems like it was pretty flat over the weekend, so I don't know what's moving it. All right, let's see here. All right, we have over 500 thumbs up now. We got 503. Very, very good. Calling 40 silver by this Friday with Ozalt Bridge. Hopefully you partook in my poll. That's great. By this Friday, the vast majority, 67% feel the same way out of over 820 likes. 820. I wish I had 820 likes. I can't get the people that partake in the poll to thumb up the live stream for some reason. It's weird. But anyways, very good. Let's see what we've got. I think we've caught up in the comments now. Yep, we have. So we watch these markets here again. We look here and we can see that silver is continued to trade right around this area here, up 6 cents. It was up well over 26 cents earlier in the evening when it went to $38.70. It is now trading up 6 cents at $38.51 right now. Gold is up $15.12 at $3,372.80. Platinum and palladium have been down all night. All night they've been down. Platinum down $14 to $13.95. Palladium down $24. There it is. All right. Let's see here. Here's where the metals are right now. A wild move indeed. All right. Excuse me for a minute, guys. I gotta clear my throat. I'm gonna turn this off for a moment here. Hold on a minute here. If I can find where it is. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, something went down the wrong pike or something. Let's see here. Okay, very good. And so let's see what we've got happening here. The markets continue to kind of trade in this area, and there's been times when this thing has moved, and it happens right around 8 o'clock. We've seen that happen a couple of times. We probably won't be on that long, but it is crazy, and who knows what could happen between now and London opening up. Excuse me one more time. I think it is the last frog in my throat. I don't know what it was. It was not. I can't blame it on cinnamon that time, but allergies are a constant thing that I have, and I'm too stubborn to take any medicine for it. I'm not a big fan of taking pills, especially a daily pill. I don't know. Something rubs me the wrong way about doing that kind of stuff. But anyways, I apologize for that. But here we go. We've got these markets moving. Gold continues to climb here. It's up 0.48%, almost a half a percentage point for gold, trading up $16.12 tonight, which I think is close to the high of the evening, to $3,373.40. Silver up 6 cents. Will it be pulled along with gold, or will it follow platinum and palladium? It seems like it's being pulled in a different direction. So silver up 6 cents at $38.51 tonight. There it is. Crazy, crazy. Look at those moves. Something, but still positive. This some of this is somewhat surprising to me after the big climb that we saw Friday. But if we can see this hold for a couple of days, even if it doesn't go up from where it is right now and it holds at this price, I think in some ways that might even be better. If it only climbs marginally from here on out, then I think we might see $38 might start to show support. Yeah, dare I say it, we could see support for $38. Right now it's 38.5, which is also a strong psychological number. So we'll see here. But so far, no summer doldrums, that's for sure. The price of silver has been on fire. But I think part of this is out of fear of what's going to be tariffed or not tariffed. And they're now, with the newest announcement that Trump has made about Mexico and applying tariffs there on them coming in, that mean silver will be included in that because they are the largest producer of silver? I don't know. All right. So there's where the markets are right now. You guys are pretty amazing. And let's see, has any other comments made their way through here tonight? Let's see. Yes, we do. We have Revolt 2778 on this video. It says, regardless whether people are bearish or contrarian, if the market is manipulated without them, it would never go up. If everyone, especially retail, were bullish on the paper, market controllers would fleece them all with a keystroke, according to Bix. Yes, indeed. Well, the thing is that the retail market of silver, it rests around anywhere between 15 to 20%. So if retailers get crazy on silver, you'll see the premiums go up for the silver product. But I don't know that necessarily would reflect as much in the silver price. Just saying. All right. Let's see here. Welcome. Good to see you. Garlic and lots of it is way out of pharmaceuticals. Okay, garlic. Good. Thank you, Morris. Appreciate that. And Coins A to Z is here with us tonight. So garlic is good stuff. I guess you can take garlic tablets, right? Natural garlic tablets. I might look into that. And let's see here. And just watching these things move here. Silver continuing to trend upwards, but pulling far back from its highs tonight. $38.50 here is what we're seeing, but that's good. That's a victory for silver, in my view, in the Asian markets. Because you think about it, the Asian markets, in some ways, they don't really care what's going on in Mexico, right? But I do think that is in part to play in this. So we'll see here. Anita Homebad is here. Welcome, Anita. Good to see Michael K. Lisa Anderson is here. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you sticking with me here. Wilson is here. Bob D. Bauer is with us. And let's see here. And just a remarkable run tonight for silver in this special broadcast. We still see silver clawing its way back up again, up 7 cents right now, 0.17% climb to $38.51. Gold up $14.22 tonight, $33.71 and a dime. Palladium down $20. Platinum down 14. They've been down the whole night, both those metals have. Yes, indeed. Richard Roach says that China is imploding. Okay, and their economy. I've heard a mixed. I've heard mixed. It's a mixed bag in China. I've heard one source say China is about to collapse, their economy. Others say China is doing really, really good and they're prospering and they're building and doing all this. So I don't know really what to believe there. Silver Heist is here. Check out Silver Heist's channel. He and I did a collaboration. That was my video from this morning, if you get a chance to check it out. Yes, indeed. Very good. So there's where it is. Now, silver, oh man, now silver has pulled back some of it. It's now up only 4 cents tonight. So it's pulling back a little bit here to $38.49 an ounce. Gold up $12.22 an ounce here. So they're pulling back here tonight slightly, but still up. Yes, indeed. Very good. Count Trumpula is here. Good to see you, Count Trumpula. Welcome, my friend. Oh, yeah. And let's see here. Refresh these again. Okay, look at that. So it was up 4, now it's up 6 again. So there's some fight in silver for sure. JM Unleashed, thank you, my friend. JM Unleashed says here, let me get to this. He says, after taxes, currency exchange, tariffs, and, oh, hold on a second here. Why can't I see this? And YouTube's cut. Hopefully this can at least get you a coffee. Well, thank you. All right. Thank you, my friend. Canadian $5. Appreciate that, sir. Thank you. Yes, and the super chats, unfortunately, YouTube gets 30% of those, so thank you. And tariffs, yes, indeed, that's right. All right, very cool. Thank you, my friend. Chinese government is confiscating gold out of private vaults. Really? Richard Roach, if you don't mind, if you can email me a news source on that, that's very interesting to me. Yeah, every time I clear my throat, silver drops. I got to be careful about that, Dean. Thank you. So, yeah, if Richard Roach, just email me at the email address at the bottom of the screen if you have a news story about that. Would love to know, and not a YouTube video. I need an actual news source. I don't want to take somebody else's word for it. I want to get an actual news source on it because I might do a video on it myself if it's true. But yes, because I'm very fascinating. I just don't want to get a secondhand opinion on it from some other YouTube channel that's reporting it. I want to get it directly from the source if I can. Because I want to research it too, even depending on the source. I just want to research, but that's very interesting to me, and see what's going on in China. Because if they're in trouble, I could see them doing that. If they really are in economic trouble, I could see them doing that. And so now silver's fighting to stay above. It's now up 4 cents again. It's got some fight in it though. Now it's up 9 cents, so it's pretty volatile. silver is here on its upward trajectory. It's there's fight in it. I drink Folgers as well too. Black Silk, Mr. Silver Eagle here. Joking Ghost, girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you. I'm in love with 2 girls. That's right. Very good. All right, let's see here. All right. Boom. So let's see if any comments have made their way through. All right, I haven't stopped buying silver. There you go. Coins A to Z. He's still buying. Nice. Way to go on that. Coins A to Z. Silver's got some fight in it for sure. It's always volatile. Indeed it is. That's for sure. A volatile silver. And let's see here. I'm going to check something here. On the other screen here, we've got pulling some of this stuff out here, see what we've got happening here on this end of things. As I think we might be able to see other comments show up that were held. Yes, there we go. Some of them came through. Sometimes they don't come through, but these were held for some reason. And let's see here. Keep your head up, Sal. We know you're the real deal. That's why I follow you day and night. Very interesting times. Well, thank you, Robert. I appreciate that, Robert Hind. Very cool indeed. Appreciate that so much. And Emerald Coast Stacker, we love our Emerald Coast. I think Emerald Coast was in here earlier tonight. Appreciate him. And he says, your passion for the shiny and work ethic to bring high-quality PM news is the reason I will always tune in and appreciate you and what you do, Sal. Thank you, Emerald Coast. I'm honored and humbled by your kind words and viewership. It means a lot to me. Thank you, brother. All right. Yes, indeed. All right. Sterling Cannabis. I don't know if I may have hearted your comment, but I don't see it. We've gone through all the comments. I don't see your comment here. I may have just hearted it and not, which means I agreed with it or what have you, but I don't know if I may have done that, but we'll keep refreshing and see if it shows up here. The title is Why I Watch. Honestly, always provides great content for always. 4K away from 100K. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. This comment is to keep the live stream more interesting. All right. Thank you, Coins A to Z. And let's see here. And Sterling Cannabis has what words are in this comment. I'll search the words and we'll see if we can bring it up if you want me to respond to it. Let's do that. All right, I'm making money flipping cells at Alligator Alcatraz. There you go, Auntie. Nice. Yeah, YouTube will also delete comments too. So just tell me what words are in the comment and I'll search them and see if I can pull it up. Because I can't search by Sterling Cannabis. I can't put Sterling Cannabis in there because they don't allow that anymore. I don't know why. I wish they would, but they do not allow us to search by the commenter. So I don't know. But anyway, so we'll see if he does that, if he can remember what the words were. All right, let's see here. YouTube deleted my comments from last week. Must be because I posted an Instagram to Tanner Duncan, maker of Sal's 3-ounce chunky. Well, I don't know who Tanner Duncan is, and I don't have a 3-ounce chunky. So I don't know what that's about. It's very interesting. I said you are a professional and you get paid by Summit Metals. Okay, let me search that up. Let me see here. Let me just search Summit Metals. No, I didn't. So this is strange. This was only from 2 hours ago. And that's just so weird. That comment should have popped up. Now it pops up after I search for Summit Metals. This is crazy. That's so frustrating about YouTube. I don't know why. You saw I posted every comment. It says, but Sal, you are a professional. Summit Metals pays you to represent their precious metals market. Well, Summit Metals pays me knowing full well that I'm not a professional. You know, that's the interesting thing about it, is they pay me to be as honest as I can and not to shill for them. But that's funny. Thank you, Sterling Cannabis. All right. Yeah, that's so frustrating. Because see, the thing is, if this does not show up and somebody's here in a live stream and they think I'm ignoring their comment because I don't see it until I actively search for it, that's just crazy. I don't know why that's happened. That's just nuts. All right. Response. I have not responded. So here is okay. So here's 79's comment from 15 seconds ago. So let's sort this by comments that I've not responded to and see if it shows up. See if I can still see 79's comment. There it is. Okay, there it is. She says, "Hi, Sal." That means she's in a good mood. That means she's being nice to me. She said hello. It was a 3-ounce round that he put in a video 5 days ago. SLJ, can you email me about that? Because I don't know. TD Metals. Oh, you're talking about the one that I had in my video. It's not a round. It's the one that I showed. The Lucky Rips metal. Okay, yeah. Not a salivate metal round. It's the one that I showed in my video. I see what you're saying now. Yeah, that's the one that I showed in the video. Okay, very cool. Thank you. All right. And so I did effectively respond to 79's comment. That's great. And let's see if there's any. Let's look at the markets, though. We got to quit farting around here. We got to flatulate around. You know, it's okay to flatulate around, but don't fart around, okay? And so silver's now up 9 cents. It's got legs. It's got sea legs. It's got sea legs. Silver 38.54. Gold $12.12. 33.69er. There we go. And let's see here. And then platinum up 13. Platinum down 13. Palladium down $25. Down 2% tonight. So there it is. Crazy. And let's see here. Oh, yes. Thank you, James Unleashed. James Unleashed has been very kind. The 2-ounce salivate metal rounds are still available at Summit Metals. I don't know, once those run out, if there are going to be any more for a while. The whole terms of how they get sent over from Intalio to dealers has changed, completely changed how they do things. It's actually much harder. It means I got to put up more of my money to make it happen. So I don't know. All right. Matthew is fishing on the river for some flatheads right now. Cool. I hope you catch some, my friend. Matthew Crust Life, so good to see you, brother. The mood swings are real. That's right. Now up 7 cents. There's Dove Season with us tonight. We love Dove Season. He's awesome. All right. Let's see here. Now silver's up 9 cents. Silver can't make its mind up. We know it's up, but how high will it go? How high will it stay? I don't know. But look at the high for silver tonight, folks. This is big news on this broadcast tonight. Silver got as high as $38.70. That's 30 cents shy of my revised prediction for silver for 2025. I made a video revising my prediction after it reached $36 an ounce, saying that I think we'll see $39 silver by the end of the year. And right now, we are very close to having it. So, very good. So, there it is. And so, we'll keep an eye on the markets and see what happens. Tomorrow will be very interesting to see what happens when the London markets open up in a few hours. And specifically, what happens in New York when they open right before the open. Yes, indeed. All right. And so that's where things are tonight. And let's take a look and see any more comments that are made their way through here. No new comments, at least none that we can see. Who knows what might be lurking and hiding in the winds. Let's see here. Very good. All right. And see silver. Oh yeah, it's been over $50 in Canada for quite a while. Hey, there's Hoosier Stacker is here. Wait a minute, period. That's not $15 an ounce. That's right. So in Canadian dollars, silver is way above. It's 52. Actually, I'm kind of surprised it's not higher than that in Canadian dollars, because in Australian dollars, Silver's at $58.60. Insane in the membrane. That's an all-time high. That's an all-time high for silver in Australian dollars. And I think it's an all-time high for silver in Canadian dollars, too. Who would have thought that? Somebody just coming into this broadcast is going to see 58.60 silver. What? Silver's $58.60. What? What are we saying? Crazy. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. LC Flooring is with us. Good to see LC Flooring. By the way, was LC Flooring the one that pointed out the discrepancy between the price, the spot price? LC Flooring, let me know if that was you. There was somebody who did that. I don't know if it was you or somebody. It may have been you. And you may have been left. I think you may have left before I had a chance to apologize for me being wrong and you being right about that. I don't know. But let me know if that's you. The Kitco was frozen. And the only way to see the price back then was to look at this to see where this number was. Of course, now I'm looking at this in Australian dollars again. But anyways, so let me know if that was you. So thank you for the correction. Australian and Canadian dollars are derpy fake money. It's crazy what's going on with their currencies. It's nuts. All right. Yes, indeed. Okay. Now, silver fighting for its life right now to stay in the green. It's up 4 cents right now. It's insane in the membrane indeed. Good to see Welch Growth Services. We got 547 thumbs up. Can we get 555 by the end of the night? Let's hope so. Come on, 555. I want to get straight fives across the board and the thumbs up tonight. Can we do it? I think we can. Hopefully we will get that soon. You guys are great. Why? I think we should get it because we have got 874 votes in the poll, which means that you guys can, if you're able to vote in the poll, you have an account, you can hit and the thumbs up. We're actually going to close the poll with 66% of you saying that it's going to go to 40 by Friday. 33% say no, so there it is. So if you can hit the thumbs up button, we want to get to 555 by the end of the evening tonight. Can we get there? Who knows? Maybe Hoosier Stacker will press the thumbs up button. Maybe I can twist his arm to do it. That would be awesome. All right. We're at 550 now. Can we get to 555? Oh, yeah, that would be great. And maybe a few more to buffer it because more than likely 79 would probably throw it off and take her thumbs up away, even though we've earned her thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, look at this. Silver now up 8 cents. 8 cents. We need Trump to land at Fort Knox in a Black Hawk. Yes, indeed we do. That's right. Paul Tissue is reporting we're at 555. Nice. All right, we're at 556 now. That's a great caliber. Which would you prefer, 556 or 223? I think 556 has more powder in the cartridge, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe somebody can tell me if that's right. I think that's right. I think that 556 has more caliber because wait, maybe it's a 223 that's got more powder in the cartridge. It's packed higher. Smokey Joe thinks we're going to get 40 tomorrow, not just by the end of the week, but tomorrow. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Hoosier Stacker has smashed the thumbs up button. Thank you. He's the man. Very cool. Silversmith sees 558. Nice. You never know. We might get to 560. That might be too much to ask, but you never know. Now 9 cents up for silver. As we look at the markets again and look at the comments again, 556 is the NATO round, which means it's probably got... Okay, Dr. Doom says it's 223 has less in it. Okay, very good. I'm rolling today. That's right, I got rolling. 556 is more powerful. 223 has less. Very good. Thank you. All right. And all right, here we go. All right, and Paul Tissue says no comment. No comment. All right, I'm responding to this no comment on a verbal live stream at this verbal moment. P. Burris says here the following. When the debt starts slipping down, politicians become honest, and items at the dollar store start being 85 cents, and maybe I'll really consider the inflation hedges. All right. Very good. Okay, thank you for that. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Very good. 563 says Bill Button. All right, very good. All right, folks. Well, I think we're, anything could change. Silver's now up a dime again, so it's kind of been fluctuating between 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cents, and now it's up a dime. Who knows? As soon as I sign off this broadcast, watch it just go up 23 cents again. You know, it's that's happened to me before. One time it happened, and I went up. Let's see here. All right. 223 is like the 38 special to the 357 mag. Okay, thank you, LC Flooring. That makes sense. Yes, indeed. All right. Well, very good. Well, folks, I want to thank you so much for spending your evening here with me tonight. You guys have been awesome. I appreciate you. And we're going to be back here on Tuesday night for another broadcast. And if you get a chance to check out the videos I posted today, I hope you will do that. And I appreciate you guys being here so much. It means a lot to me that you take your Sunday evenings to join me here for this market watch. I want to extend a multitude of gratitude to you all for being here and leave you with this sage piece of advice. And that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.